Good evening. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can we start now?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Can we drop another message to join others faster?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. So last time we were discussing about sustainability. I hope you all got a comprehensive idea about sustainability, 3 pillars, and what is sustainability, sustainable development, all these areas. Any questions, any area that you think that you should know more, or any clarifications on that area? Anybody? Any questions? Okay, so today another topic we'll be looking into the role of IT in supply chain management areas. This is basically a subject which is very dynamic compared to other subject areas because technologies change every day. One of the things, technologies which is changing very fast in the world. On top of that, AI is coming in big way. So AI combined with other technologies, supply chain management technologies, are changing the supply chain management operations in a very rapid pace. For instance, ERP solutions like Infosys, SAP, SAP, kind of ERP solutions, now they are developing the AI versions of their systems. So by 2017, 2027, next year, they'll be launching their new products. So by the time, a lot of things in supply chain management operations will be changed, but the ground rules still the same. Still the practically suppliers behaviors and all these things will be almost same, but the front ends and the analysis part and the way you take decisions, operations management areas will be changed. So that the same speed, the groundwork will not be changing. That is one of the issues that supply chain and any other area is faced with today. Certain phases, marketing, data analytics, forecasting, all these read in the markets, and all these areas are rapidly changing. But the real work of the work operations are not that speed. The change is not happening at the same speed. So let's try to understand some basics of supply chain management areas where changes have taken place in terms of IT, information technology, and also AI. So those are the 2 areas that we'll be focusing today. If you have any other concerns from sustainability area and all, we can still discuss whatever the areas that you need to have more, maybe clarification or elaboration. Right. So hope everybody understand the role of IT in supply chain management. Now, you all understand what is a supply chain. So we have discussed it in many forums. A supply chain, taking the same example, if you take the t-shirt from the forest or the farms, cotton is grown, cotton is then extracted by the farmers into the yarn mill, converted to yarn, yarn is converted to fabric, fabric is converted to, at the end of the day, garments. They are the garments, they are the conversion ends. When the distributor takes over, he distributes it to retailers, and from the retailers we buy. Then at the end of the use, at the end of the life cycle, if it is linear supply chain, we'll be adding it back to the nature, compost or landfilling or burning, whatever it is. But mostly, we are coming to an era today, even all clothes will be recycled already. There are mega factories established, about 350 mega factories in Asia, recycling old clothes back to garments. So it is coming in big way. So you will not be able to see the linear supply chain. So it will be the circular supply chains. That is supply chain. But here we have explained a supply chain. It is the entire process of making and selling goods from the time that you extract raw materials from the nature and back again. At the end of the life cycle, the product, you are recycling or you are adding back to the nature. So that is a supply chain. So the raw materials are then converted so many times until such time it comes to the product that you want to offer to the market. So for this particular purpose, for each and every product that you are producing, there is a network of organizations connected in a structured manner to offer a particular product to the market. So that is called the supply chain, or it is not two-dimensional. We have learned it is multi-dimensional. Therefore, it is a web. Actually, we don't have supply chains. We have supply webs actually. So there are players in the supply chain. You have extractors like farmers. Then you have converters. Then distributors in the service area. Recyclers, the people who engage in transportation, manufacturing. In more commercial terms, shipping, distributors, retailers. All these people are structured and relationships are established, networked in a structured manner to cater to a particular market requirement. So working together, all these people, logistics, inventory management, transportation, manufacturing, suppliers, all these people are then networked in a structured manner and working together to fulfill a particular market requirement, and that is a supply chain. So in the supply chain, you have key players then in terms of commercialization. You have suppliers. They are supplying the raw materials that you are required. Then you have tier 1 suppliers, suppliers, tier 2 suppliers, suppliers, like that. It is then connected again with the nature. So that is the supplier side. Then you are supplying raw material to produce a particular product. So you have a manufacturer, producer. The material is converted to the final product then by the manufacturers. Then it is given to the distributors. The shippers will be taking it to distributors. Here, distributors means in a different soil, in a different country, in a different, maybe in the same geographical country, but in the separate area, you are giving it to the distributor to distribute it to retailers. Then from the retailers, consumers buy. At the end of the life cycle, again, product will be recycled back to the raw materials, and that will be a circular supply chain then. So these kind of supply chains, if the supply chains are well established, networked properly, well managed, will ensure that the right product in the right place at the right time and at the right price. And there can be so many other rights added to the same network as objectives. So now see, this is basically a broader explanation of the supply chain. Now in this supply chain, there are so many touch points. A touch point is a point where you are touching the main product or the main materials that are used to produce the focus product. So if it is a t-shirt is the final product. So one of the touch points will be the cotton from the farmer. Then cotton is transferred to yarn mill. Yarn is a touch point. Yarn is converted to fabric. Fabric is a touch point at the suppliers, main suppliers for raw materials. Then you are manufacturing, another touch point, shipping it to distributors, then retailers, and finally the consumers. Now, each and every these touch points, how do you handle? You handle it manually or you handle it automatically? Or have you automated, semi-automated, or you are handling it totally manually? Now, garment industry has been considered for a long time as an industry which is labor intensive and with an industry as an industry which is having very limited scope of automation. But it is not the same case today. There are many automated garment factories in different parts of the world, especially in China, some in Thailand, the kind of countries you have. Even the garment industry has been automated to a greater extent. So there are challenges then to Asia, challenges to Sri Lankan garment industry, because our automation is still at very primitive stage. Only one or two organizations are making the way ahead. The Brandix automation plants, MAS automation plants, significant results are achieved, but still not the total industry. Not even the industry giants have converted their factories to total automation, not yet. Therefore, now countries like Bangladesh, now see, they are faster than us, not only the automation, even the other areas. So they are manufacturing some of the accessories for the garment industry. They have opened their nuclear power plant now. Therefore, they won't have a big issue in terms of energy. Energy cost also will be sometimes cheaper than Sri Lanka. So also in Asia, our main competitors will be countries like Bangladesh. So where can we make our way ahead then? Maybe in terms of automation, in terms of using different technologies, in terms of information technology, role of information technology and how best we can achieve information technology in the production areas. So each and every touch point is an opportunity to automate, opportunity to use different technologies. Right. So now if you take supply chain management, as we already discussed, so we need to, when it comes to management of supply chains, coordination is one of the issues, one of the activities that is tough in the supply chain management. Because you have to coordinate with suppliers, you have to coordinate with manufacturing plants, you have to coordinate with distributors, you have to coordinate with customers and the consumers. And various levels of suppliers as well, depending on the type. So coordination has become a challenging job within the supply chains. This has been again mediated by the language issues. The world is dominated almost all the industries by Chinese now. So most of the raw material accessories are produced in that part of the world. Time to time, there are some other issues as well. Then, although their supplies are there, They will not be supply material unless otherwise you order. To order it from a particular supplier, whatever the items, you should know from which supplier. That means you have to sourcing part, procurement part. Sourcing should happen. Sourcing කියන්නේ එතකොට identifying a potential supplier. To what extent then IT can get involved in the procurement process? Production, inventory management, all these areas. Also logistics and distribution. Some companies, even in Sri Lanka, use technology to a great extent, Expo Lanka kind of organizations, Rendix distribution kind of organizations, Accenture kind of organizations, although they are not in operation in Sri Lanka. So they are using sophisticated systems to manage these supply chain activities. Then deliver products efficiently and cost effectively to the customers or to the consumers is the ultimate goal. Now, how do you read the markets? When you read the markets, how do you react to the markets? That speed matters. Also, IT or internet can be the backbone for many supply chain operations. It's the backbone. Without IT, you can't do anything today. So even this session will not be possible if you don't have IT. So why IT is so important in the supply chain? Why IT is so important? Importance of IT in supply chain management. It is, as we have already discussed, it is the backbone. No two words about it. So the IT helps us in numerical ways, number of ways. Okay, we must be having some participants here, members here, those who are working in whatever the kind of organization, maybe manufacturing, maybe retail, maybe marketing, any other area, any area in the value chain, but still using IT to greater extent in your organizations, maybe SAP, HANA, or whatever the model is implemented, and you may be using it very well. But at the same time, some companies are spending maybe the same amount of money. These systems have been implemented, but not used properly. තාමත් Excel වල කොටලා Excel වලින්ම ඇඟ බේර අරගන්න organizations උත් තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට ඒ SAP එක නිකන් jewel in the crown වගේ. ඒ වගේ. So that is not right. If you have implemented SAP spending maybe $5 million, $4 million, you have to use it. So where do we get the gaps then? IT is so important in all these areas. One, IT is important because it enables the real-time information sharing. It enables the real-time information sharing. So remember, these discussions should take place at not at undergraduate level kind of level, diploma. This is at postgraduate, master's level. So how IT will be enabling real-time information sharing? So you should be able to access the data with no time. And this data should be definitely accurate. Therefore, you have to save accurate information about your supply chain, production processes, deliveries, putaways, all these from top to bottom details should be there. At the same time, so you can provide access to accurate data across the supply chain if the files are updated properly. So data capturing වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? That is the biggest issue sometimes you will see. So data capturing will happen automatically from the systems. Then you have to improve your data capturing systems, maybe through sensors and through other means. Or somebody will have to otherwise key in data. So we don't recommend today keying data at the gate because it takes a lot of time. And at the same time, there can be so many mistakes. So one of the use of IT in today's supply chain management will be as an enabler, real-time information sharing. So you are capturing information right now and you share the information with the right people, right thing. The time gap is very minimum. Maybe you can identify the organizations later. Then number two, improve coordination among stakeholders. So this we discussed slightly and we have done it, I think, in the previous sessions. It is very important that you do the coordination among the supply chains. When you coordinate it properly, actually, if you have done the right coordination among different types of stakeholders, definitely it will improve the processes. Cycle time will be improved. A lot of areas in warehousing, purchasing, procurement, decisions will be different and it will be using a lot of IT knowledge to make decisions. So the facilitates, so improve coordination, this will facilitate seamless communication and collaboration, especially collaboration and communication. That comes in big way actually when you run a factory. Then you have operational cost. You can't continue with the same level of operational cost today. Definitely it has to be crashed. It has to be crashed. So then next time you will not be spending that much. Therefore, you need to support the reduction of operational cost. How do you do it? So you need to operate the processes and minimize the errors and waste. When you have waste and errors together, maybe about 50%, you will not be able to do anything. Of course, even some of the employees in some organizations, they must be thinking, okay, this is the last time that we will see you. This is the last day of my office. Some people last time we met actually, that type of attitudes. But right, you are not supposed to have. But you can still look for feedback when it comes to when you shared information. It reduces then operational cost. Then you have enhances to customer satisfaction. Enhances to customer satisfaction. Quite important. By doing this, what will happen? You will be ensuring that timely delivery and better service quality. So both sides it will happen. So as a manufacturer, supplier, shipper, you'll do your maximum to supply whatever the orders with the appropriate level of information, appropriate time. Then IT will be supporting a data-driven decision-making efforts and all. Finally, you'll be getting a culture established, IT-based or data-driven decision-making. So for this, you'll have to have a lot of data. මේකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා එවනම් data manufacturing, data warehousing module එක කරන්න ඕන. So in data warehousing, basically what you do, so you have your own team, maybe construction. So data analytics for better forecasting and strategic planning. So that is the area that you will be handling in terms of the data handling in terms of systems to run the supply chains. So these are some broad areas. You can see there are 5 areas, 5 broad areas, and you'll have to manage your passwords accordingly. And there are a lot of options coming with the IT today. Maybe you have to decide what options now. For instance, SAP HANA for 200. Also, we'll have a lot of options, but some organizations, they are going for detailed options. Some organizations, they don't go. For instance, in the version, you have transport management system. You have data management system. You have warehouse management system. All these systems are not isolated. All these systems are linked together to main other files of the SAP or whatever it is. So therefore, you don't have to generate, you don't have to duplicate. For instance, material code, you don't have to duplicate. Employee data. So you have in the HR master file, and maybe in the warehouse also you have HR personnel, in the procurement you have, but everywhere you don't have to key in data. So you'll have a master file common format. You will be updating data accordingly, and all the other sections of the organization, they can access this master file where maybe just because you are there, you will not be able to access, but there's a particular level of, the product levels. So product levels are defined, and then you will be getting the access to whatever the product levels that you are basically entitled. So these are the areas then where IT can be used to a greater extent. Now, IT has not come to today's level straight away. It has taken a lot of paces. If you take it, initially, people did manual recording, manual bookkeeping initially. Then later, all these manual bookkeeping systems, maybe mid-80s, early 80s, the computerization came in. Warehousing, inventory management, all these areas were computerized. But still, maybe the organization structure not modernized. Organization structure still maybe you have a general manager, operations, and senior manager, purchasing, like that. You may have that kind of a structure. Then computerized systems, from the computerized systems, you get then enterprise resource planning, ERP. Then ERP also, you get so many versions. You have cloud-based things. And I told you that the other versions with AI tools, TOT, all these are being designed now, are being designed. So let's see IT when it comes to what kind of components, what are the areas in the supply chain that IT is possible to greater extent. So IT, what area they? What are the key IT components? It's very simple. IT components, you must have the software, you must have the hardware. No two words about it. You all know what software is, from the hard disk to the hard tables, all these things. And software is already coded ones, which are very soft by nature. In addition to that, your software should be able to integrate data from wherever you store data. So therefore, data warehousing is another thing. Or databases also, it is relational, can be developed. Then you have communication networks, cloud computing, and various other versions coming in terms of IT components in a particular organization engaged with supply chain activities. Now, enterprise resource planning how enterprise resource planning have been developed to that level. We'll just go through a little bit of history. Right. Give me a second, please. Okay. Uh, Give me 1 minute. I'm getting a call, urgent. Just give me 1 minute, please. Continue then. So, when it comes to ERP solutions, it has not been developed with the same status today, what we are having today. Over the period of time, it has basically evolved to today's level. Initially, you have totally manual warehousing, inventory management systems. Maybe bin card systems, Calamasso systems, very old ones, totally manual. There were a lot of errors, hosting errors, and all these things. Then, with mini frames and mainframes, they develop certain systems, but networking facility was not there. Those are standalone systems. The first one of the systems which we developed initially was MRP, that is Material Requirement Planning. Material Requirement Planning. Then they were able to manage well with this particular system, Material Requirement Planning, and then they thought, why not you extend the same systems to manage other resources? They started managing other resources also with the same system. Then it became manufacturing, resource planning. Manufacturing resource planning, this is manufacturing requirement planning, material requirement planning. Both MRP. So this is also MRP. To differentiate, this became MRP2, this became MRP1. So MRP1, remember, is material requirement planning, and MRP2 is manufacturing resource planning. So you have manufacturing resource planning and material requirement planning. Then with the networking Wi-Fi kind of systems implemented. So, but when it comes to MRP2, they had wired networks, this Ethernet wires, and also developed during that time. Then you develop enterprise resource planning, ERP. So ERP had these two systems inside as the integrated version with the technology. Material requirement planning and manufacturing resource planning, both were there within the ERP. But ERP, manufacturing resource planning, MRP2 was, it doesn't have networking facility because technologies had not been developed. But they had wired networks, but the connectivity was very limited. Then you had, with the Wi-Fi and other technologies developed, you have enterprise resource planning. And today, you have different versions of enterprise resource planning, maybe the cloud versions, and also enterprise resource planning AI. So different versions of enterprise resource planning. So this is how these administration technologies of supply chain evolved over the period of time. Evolution. So you have enterprise resource planning. Then today, it integrates business processes, visibility is enhanced. Now today, if you are working for a particular customer, maybe your Brandex, your Hydra Money, you are working for Victoria's Secret, you are working for Nike, you are working for various other customers. When they place an order with you, if you have these kind of ERP solutions, of course you have, the customer can enter from his end, from whatever the place, and if the customer has the rights to go into details, the customer can see what is happening to my order, how much has been produced, what is the WIP, how much of raw material they have got, when can be the first shipment be made, like that. They can dig into all those details, especially when the customers have some level of authority. So they can log into the system and see what is happening to their order. That level of visibility is there. Same way, other players. Therefore, a lot of organizations, they are managing centralized databases. In a central place, you are locating your servers and you are managing centralized. That further will support to improve the visibility across departments. Now the departments are, remember, not separated by thick walls. It is basically the network. And when you improve all this into this level, you can see you will not be, it is not a requirement to carry out some of the duties manually. So therefore, it will reduce the duplication. At the same time, planning can see the real-time data. So you are supporting planning then by allocating resources, or for them to allocate resources for various activities of the organization. So these are the resource planning, enterprise resource planning, which supports basically organizations' operational activities. One of the primitive, when you develop these ERP solutions at the early stages, one of the apps and the things developed was electronic data interchange, EDI facilities. So with EDI facility, you can transfer, translate, and share a lot of data through electronic exchange of business documents. It is very faster, definitely. No two words about it.
Sir, excuse me.
It has, yes, please.
Sir, that portals which are supplied by suppliers are also a type of electronic data interchange. Is
Yeah.
it correct?
Yes, yes. Yeah, of course. So it is developed to that level, actually. You're right. Anyway, we'll have a discussion after this. So you have electronic data interchange. I can remember before this, Sri Lanka first installation with the customs, they connected with the port authority. Then the customs connected with some shippers or the organizations who are shipping items like MAS, branded kind of organizations. So that was the initial setup in terms of EDI application in Sri Lanka. Before the EDI application, it was manual. I can remember we were at Bodyline Horner. Daily there was a van. There was a van allocated to the shipping department. That van's job is actually take the set of documents manually prepared from about some documents, 7-8 copies to Katurayaka and the port. එතකොට මේ driver මට මතකයි, very fast young driver. He had to drive very fast. ඊට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ මිනිස්සයාට ස්පීඩ් ඩ්‍රයිවිං වලට ලියනවා. ඒ දඩකොළ ඔක්කොම ගෙව්වේ කම්පැනි. මොකද the manually prepared set of documents, so many files, he was taken to the different officers in Colombo and Katunayaka. ඒක වෙලාවට යන්න ඕන. So it was in terms of driving, it was very risky, and that is how we managed those days before the EDI. Then luckily Green Channel established and MS was selected as one of the pioneers. So we were given the EDI facility, and when we got the EDI, totally the electronic transfers of all those documents happened. And that operation, manual operation, taking the driver with the van, all the documents to port and the airport, totally stopped. That itself was a big saving and avoiding a risk factor, actually. So that is how initially we saw these two worlds, totally manual and what is happening now. Yes, of course, EDI, electronic exchange of documents, very accurate. Of course, when you are preparing, if you have done a mistake, can't tell. But it is very faster then. With a press of a button, the customs will see our documents and they will be passing it, then it goes to the gate and the total process is happening. But Asikuda system, in Sri Lankan context, it is the Asikuda system where customs is concerned. They also have at the same time some development, but it was very slow. For instance, one window concept. තාමත් හරියට වෙන්නේ නෑ මං හිතන්නේ. මොකද when we uploaded data to customs, when the customs entries are passed by the customs in the system, the relevant files of other organizations, other departments also should be uploaded automatically, updated. For instance, since you are having a TIN number and as inland revenue documents, your tax files all should be updated automatically if the one window one window is with the customs executor system. Anybody in the recent past, do you have experienced that one window, is it working or not? So when you uploaded your shipping documents, when the customs pass the entry, the inland revenue tax files are updated like that. Any idea? Okay, think about it, check about it. That should be the system actually. Customs have invested a lot of money also with that Ikuda system. And they have to do it very fast, and it is a requirement. Otherwise, still in the recent past, I can remember one person then one after getting cleared the shipments, he had to go and upload the tax files separately. So that is not required if it is one window. All the files, all the departments, wherever it is, with one touch, it should get updated. So faster processing, no two words about it. Of course, paperwork will be reduced and improved transaction accuracy and better relationship with the suppliers and other parties as well. So all these things are happening if you can basically implement these systems. So electronic EDI exchange the business documents faster, reduce paperwork and all these. Then another aspect of information technology. Now, there are so many sub-elements and the elements of supply chain management. So many elements there. So you have supply chain management. So it will have so many subsystems then. What are these subsystems? You might have supply chain management, order processing. You're getting orders from the suppliers, and also then you have a planning system, manufacturing, then supplier development and supply handling, managing your own raw materials in the warehouse, raw material system, so warehouse management system, WMS. You'll have systems to manage your transportation, transport management system, TMS. Your quality management systems, QMS. Likewise, your total ERP system will have so many branches depending on your business. The requirement will depend on the business, and on that scale, you will have different areas of the same system. And you have then human resource planning section, human resource planning module, finance module, like that. All the modules will be there to manage the total organization. So when it comes to transportation management, that is called TMS, transport management system. So this is also a system in the SAP kind of organizations, like the extended warehouse management module. So there's an option then whether you can basically exclude warehouse management system and by implement the rest of the areas of SAP, or you can include. You can exclude TMS, transportation management system, and you can exclude. Or if you want, you can include. But the best thing is, if you can include all these systems, it is one system that will be running. Then if there's a problem, if there's a bug, it is the same people that you will be calling in, and a good amount of money also will be invested. Therefore, the suppliers, they will also benefited by this transaction. But operationally, it may be difficult. So when you have the TMS, that is the transport management system, you'll be able to do the route optimization. දැන් මට මතකයි අපි සමහර කරලා route optimization manually කරේ. ලොරියක් කුරුණෑගලට යනවා නම් කොයිද ටච් පොයින්ට්ස් නවතින තැන් මොනවද කරන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ එනකොට නවතින්නේ කොයිද all these things there is no online tracking and control mechanism was very limited ඒක නිසා driversලා cleanersලා there were so many occasions they played tanky butter කවුරක් හරි කියන්න පුළුවන්ද tanky butter කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා
In the
even
government
in the
department, it is
organization
common.
sorry
In the government department, it is very common.
yeah what do you mean by tanky butter
That is our diesel is balanced for suppose 1 liter 8 kilometer. If it
Okay.
is, but it will work more than 8. But so once it is balanced and refueling, there will be some diesel balance in the tank.
Yes.
So that can be reduced from the new pumping. That is called tanky butter by drivers.
yeah and there are some joints on the way they will stop the vehicles and they are basically extracting these additional quantities and selling it so in their routes they have this so these things route optimization can be done perfectly with today's technologies එතකොට හරියටම දන්නවා like if you have fitted your GPS facilities GPS systems then it is fitted with the vehicle fitted to the basically body of the vehicle inside and you can track where the lorry is so GPS system you will be able to at what time you leave say there is a load to take to Kurunagala what time you left here what time you arrived where do you do where are you what route you are taking where you have stopped on the way same way in the return journey so exactly all the the movements can be monitored එතකොට ටැංකි බටා වලට මොකද වෙන්නේ the opportunity is lost basically in addition to that there are other levels of fraud now we had one time at MAS petrol shed එකක් එක්ක අපි contract එකකට ඇවිල්ලා එතකොට petrol chit එකක් දුන්නාම driver ගිහිල්ලා පීතමු petrol ගහලා petrol liter 35ක් වැදුනා නම් chit එකේ ලියන්න ඕන 35යි කියලා එතකොට ඒක ගෙනත් දෙනවා duplicate එක 35ක් petrol ගෙවුවා කියලා finance department එතකොට finance department එකෙන් බලනවා මාසෙකට ඔක්කොම petrol chit එක එකතු කරලා කොච්චර petrol ගහලා තියෙනවද ඒ ගානට එතකොට shed එකට ගෙවනවා එක දවසක් පොඩි වැඩක් වුණා මේ අද වගේ මගේ ඩ්‍රයිවර් නිවාඩු එතකොට සැටර්ඩේ දවසක් මම ගිහිල්ලා එනකොට මට හිතුණා පෙට්‍රල් ටිකක් ගහගෙන එන්න ඕන කියලා එතකොට මම පෙට්‍රල් ගන්න ෂෙඩ් එකට ගියාම මට මතකයි පෙට්‍රල් ගැහුවා ලීටර් 38ක් වැදුනා දැන් මේ පෙට්‍රල් එකේ පෙට්‍රල් ගහන ඇටෙන්ඩර් බොයි මල්ලකට ඇවිල්ලා අහනවා අයියේ 38ක් වැදුනා කීයක් දාන්න ඕනේද කියලා චිට් එකට මට ටිකක් කන්ෆියුස් මොකද්ද මේ කතන්දරේ අංගාල මට ක්ලික් වුණා මේ ඩ්‍රයිවර්ලගේ ට්‍රික් එකක් වෙන්න ඇති ඇයි මේ මිනිස්සේ ඇයි මාව ඇඳිරුවේ නැත්තේ මට මතක් වුණා ඩ්‍රයිවර්ස්ලට දීලා තියෙන යුනිෆෝම් එක අලු පාට කමිසේ කළු පාට කලිසම මම එදා කොහොම හරි ඇඳගෙන හිටියේ ඒක මේ මිනිස්සයා හිතුවා මම ඩ්‍රයිවර් කෙනෙක් කියලා. ඒකයි මට අයියේ කියලා කතා කරේ. මම ඇහුවා මම නම් අලුත් මම කිව්වා මම නම් අලුත් මම දන්නේ නැහැ. කොහොමද අනිත් අය කරන්නේ? අනිත් අය 38ක් දුනාම ඉතින් 45ක් විතර දානවා. ඒතකොට මම කිව්වා මට මොකද තියෙන වාසිය? නෑ අයියට භාගයක සල්ලි දීලා මම භාගයක් ගන්නවා. ඉතින් ලීටර 38යිනේ. එතකොට 46ක් දැම්මොත් ලීටර 8යි. ලීටර 4ක සල්ලි අයියට දෙන්න ලීටර 4ක සල්ලි මම ගන්නවා. මම කවුද වෙන කවුද මෙහෙම කරන්නේ දැන් ඔක්කොම වගේ ඩ්‍රයිවර්ස්ලා එහෙම කරනවා. අනුරయ్య එයා තමයි එයා මේවට හරියන්නේ නැහැ. එයා අපිට හරියන්නේ නැහැ. එයා එක්ක මේව කරන්න වෙනවා. අනුර කියන්නේ one of the loyal drivers actually. Yeah, it seems that he is the only one who is not practicing this. The following day I came, I called the administration manager and I told him, don't send drivers with the kids to the petrol shed. This is what happened yesterday. You have to send a supervisor, take all the vehicles with a supervisor and get petrol pumping done by that way. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ බටා එකක් නැති වුණා. Now these are the malpractices or beating the systems, existing manual systems taking place in this particular industry. So මේවා ඔක්කොම monitor වෙනවා දැන්. When you have EDI kind of facilities and if you have a tower, EDI tower or the controlling tower concept, so in the tower you have dashboards. The dashboards will show you the movements of all the vehicles, wherever they stop, how long, all these traffic jams, all these will be displayed. So you can question if the driver is taking other than the route that he has been specified. You can question then and there. You can ask, why have you stopped there for a long time? And all this controlling is online with real-time data. And therefore, route optimization means for a particular destination, you are given the route, the most optimum route in terms of distance, traffic jams, all that considered, and most optimum route is given, and driver has no choice. He has to follow that. And you are monitoring it from your control tower. So on top of that, you will be able to 100% monitor what is happening. The shipment tracking is there. Freight cost management will be very efficient. Why? All the basically excessive cost elements have been eliminated. Only the bare minimum ones are there. Delivery performance, oh my God, has been improved maybe by 30-40%. මොකද අර on the way, derouting and various stopping has been eliminated. And better carrier coordination at the end of the day. So all these are possible with proper TMS, transportation management systems. So ERP solutions like SAP, you'll have these facilities with the specific areas. If you have TMS along with then SAP, WMS along with SAP, you will have all these facilities there. Then another area that you'll be able to implement ERP solutions will be the inventory management area. Now with SAP kind of tools, this area is quite improved. There are a lot of enhanced versions. The real-time inventory tracking is there. Whenever you raise the GRN, inventory is increased. Whenever issues are performed, inventory will be reduced, and the balancers, especially correct balancers, will be shown. And to improve the balancer, now one of the issues, although we have ERP solutions, one of the issues we have is still the balancers are not right. Inventory accuracy is not there. I have achieved in some organizations inventory accuracy 99.99%. This level of inventory accuracy is possible. I have done it. Real-time tracking and the real-time inventory updates. At the same time, we have to couple it with cycle time. Cycle, counting. Cycle counting. මේක හරියට කරන්න බෑ technology touch එක නැත්. So definitely you should be supported in terms of cycle counting by the system. මම පොඩ්ඩක් ඒක සමහරක් අය මේ cycle counting කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා දන්නේ නැහැ. I think you all know because we have done, I think, inventory verifications and those areas. Have you done those areas? Inventory verification systems and all? Yes? Anybody? අපි ඒ ටික කළාද තියෙන්නේ? සිතුමිනි? or Tarini?
Yes, sir. We did the cycle time at inventory management
Okay.
part.
Oh, not cycle time, cycle counting, I'm asking.
Cycle counting. Actually, it is not remember, sir. I think we have not done it.
Okay. So let's try to understand cycle counting. මොකද මේකට ටෙක්නොලොජි එක තිබුණොත් හරියටම මේක කරලා ඕගලන්ට පුළුවන් inventory accuracy එක 99.9 වලට ගන්න. ඒක definitely it can be done. So 99.99 වලට inventory accuracy එකට ගන්න කියන්නේ auditorsලා හොල්මන් වෙනවා. ඕන තැනකින් අපිට challenge කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවලට කියනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඕන තැනකින් count එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න 100% accurate. ඒතර inventory එක 100% accurate නම් do you need a year end stock take? year end stock එක ගන්නේ financial document prepare කරන්න හරි inventory value එක ඕන හින්දා. So if you are maintaining the inventory at 99.9% accuracy and if they can take the inventory value from the system and that inventory value is accurate, why do you need to have an annual stock count? අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. At MAS certain plants I have stopped it. year-end stock එකක් count කරන්නේ නැහැ අපි. කෙලින්ම system balance එක තමයි ගන්නෙ. මොකද ඒක accurate. When it is not accurate only, auditors will challenge us and there will be some discrepancies. Then of course you have an issue and you have to take a count. But what is cycle counting? So now normal system you'll have the receipts are updated with the GRN, and when you issue some items from the stores, it is updated, and maybe at the point of sale it is updated and you have the balance for that particular item. You have 1,000 items or 3,000 items in your stock. So number of items in the stock or SKUs 3,000. In a year you are working and working days, number of working days actually in a year, Tala was saying 300. Suppose you are working 300 days, you have 3,000 items in the warehouse. එතකොට දැන් මට කියන්න මේ 3,000 items මේ හැම item එකක්ම අවුරුද්දකට එක සැරයක්වත් count වෙන්න නම් අවුරුද්දකට එකපාරක් හැම item එකක්ම count වෙන්න නම් දවසකට items කීයක් count කරන්න ඕනේද? So the number of items per day
10.
will be 3,000 items divided by 300 days. So it will be 10 items. So if you count and settle daily 10 items, all the items will be counted once in a year. That means one cycle. One cycle. ඔක්කොම items එකපාරක් count වෙනවා. එක cycle එකක් එක රවුමක් ගියා. හැම item එකක්ම දවසකට item 10ක් count කළොත් හැම item එකක්ම අවුරුද්දකට එක cycle එකක් යනවා. එකපාරක් count වෙනවා. If you want to have 2 cycles in a year, that means හැම item එකක්ම දෙපාරක් count වෙන්න නම්. If you want to have 2 cycle counting in a year, how many items should be counted in a day?
20.
Yes, 20. Very good. So if you counted 20 items, inventory counting එක 2 cycles වෙනවා. හැම item එකක්ම දෙපාරක් count වෙනවා. If you want to have 3 cycles, how many items? It will be 30. Every day, if you count 30 items, all the items will be counted 3 times in a year. That is the cycle counting. So you have to decide based on the system availability, people availability, everything, how many cycles you will be doing. So if it is 3 cycles, every day you have to count and finish 30 items. හැබැයි මේක count කරලා විතරක් මදි. ඒ items වල descriptions තියෙනවනේ ඒව settle කරලා හොයලා බලලා 100% stock එක tally කරන්න ඕන පහුවෙන්දට ඉස්සෙල්ලා. මොකද පහුවෙන්ද තව 30 items count කරන්න තියෙනවා. That is cycle counting. හැබැයි මේක මෙහෙම කරන්න ගියාම ටිකක් cumbersome. වැඩේ ටිකක් සමහරක් වෙලාවට කෙරෙන්නේ නැහැ. අනිත් එක මේ 3000 items වල සමහර items තියෙනවා අවුරුද්දට එකපාරක්වත් move වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Maybe about 10% of the items අවුරුද්දකටම not moved. No movements. ඒතර ඒ item නැවත නැවත count කරන එකේ තේරුමකුත් නැහැ. move වෙන්නේ නැති items ඒ move වෙන්නේ නැහනේ. ඒවා count කරන එකේ තේරුමකුත් නැහැ. ඒක නිසා මේ cycle counting එක කරන base එක හදා ගන්න ඕන. What is the base? The base should be what? ABC analysis. වෙනද වගේ the ABC analysis එක ගන්න ඕන usage එකට. Not the stock, current stock එකට. Usage value එකට. අවුරුද්ද ඇතුළත කොච්චර items issue වෙලා තියෙනවද? ඒ issue වෙච්ච ටික value කරාම කොච්චරද? ඒක තමයි usage value. ඒතර ඔක්කොම items වල usage value එක අරගෙන මම හිතනවා ABC analysis ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරලා ඇති. පිට Excel sheet එකකට දාගත්තත් මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි but you have implemented now SAP kind of ERP solutions. ඒතර ඒකේ මේ facility එක තියෙනවා. ABC analysis එක date එක specify කරාන මෙන්න මේ මාස 10ට මට ABC එකක් දෙන්න කියලා system එකෙන් ABC එක දෙනවා. ඒතර ABC එක දුන්නාම ABC එකේ තියෙනවා මේ items 20 A items, මේ items 50 B items, මේ items පිටමු පොඩි ගාණක් තියෙන්න කියලා 200 C items. එතකොට what is the meaning of category A? Meaning of category A is fast moving. ඒකයි ඒකේ usage value එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ item price එක item value එක නෙමෙයි වැඩි, usage value එක. පාවිච්චි කරන ප්‍රමාණය. පාවිච්චි කරන ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි කියන්නේ ගේනවා transactions ගොඩක් වැඩි. ඒක නිසා category A item වල තමයි වැඩියෙන්ම වැරදි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. category A. B මධ්‍යමයි, C කියන්නේ slow moving. මාසයකට එකපාරක් ඉෂු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. C. දැන් එහෙමනම් අපි 30 items දවසකට count කරන්න ඕන නම් අපි allocate කරනවා category A items 15ක් count කරනවා. නැත්නම් 20ක් count කරනවා. category B items 7ක් count කරනවා. category C වලින් 3ක් count කරාම ඇති 30 වල ඒ විදියට හදා ගන්නවා. එතකොට category A items තමයි වැඩියම count වෙන්නේ. අනිත්ව count වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ එච්චර. මොකද movements නැහැ. You implement this system, I will guarantee your stock accuracy will be above 99%. If you practice it properly, you have to combine these two. You have to combine first of all, you have to take the ABC analysis. Then based on the ABC analysis, decide how many cycles accordingly decide category A items දවසකට කීයක්ද, category B කීයක්ද, C කීයක්ද. If you practice this 1 year, definitely your stock accuracy will be above 99%.
So how about
And this
the
is quite
so how about the human resource requirement for this cycle counting? Do we need to hire a designated person, or we can manage with the existing staff of the warehouse? What is the recommendation? Is it
very
based on the
okay.
number of SKUs?
I must say that's a very good question. Very good question.
As well
When
in
the
some
warehouse people
cases.
are very busy, sorry, somebody else asked something. Okay. Sometimes warehouse people are very busy. In such a situation, but remember, this person who is doing the counting should be an independent person. ඒතර එයා report කළා හරියන්නේ නැහැ warehouse executives ලාට හරි warehouse එකේ ඉන්න අනිත් junior managers ලාට හරි. Either he should be reporting directly to maybe finance controller. ඒතර එයා finance controller ගේ representative විදිහට තමයි warehouse එකේ ඉන්නේ. So you can recruit a separate person to do that full time. But maybe number of items per day should be high, very high then. If the warehouse people are not that busy, and if you can allocate some people time to time, maybe a full time නෙමෙයි අනිත් වැඩ කරන ගමන් ඔයා මේ items 10 count කරගෙන එන්න කියලා දෙනවා. ඒකට හැබැයි system support එක තියෙනවා මම මේ පැත්ත කියන්නම්. ඒ විදිහට කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඔය දෙවිදිහටම some organizations it manage it, but that person, although you are මොකද warehouse එක්කෙනෙක්ව මේකට දැම්මම වෙන්නේ ඒ මිනිස්සයා මේක count කරන්නේ නැතුව count කරලා discrepancy එකක් තිබුණත් නෑ මේක කමක් නෑ මේක පස්සේ කරනවා කියලා හොයා ගන්නවා කියලා හරි මේ quantity එක තියෙනවා කියලා ඔක්කොම system එකේ තියෙන හැබැයි ඒක කරන්නත් බෑ quantity ටික දාගෙන එන්න ඕන. මොකද මම මේ පැත්තත් කියන්නම් ඒක ඉතාම වැදගත්. We have to have the technology support or system support to do that. මේ cycle counting එක අපිට දෙවිදියකට කරන්න පුළුවන්. එක විදියක් තමයි by item. දැන් මම මෙතන ගත්තේ by item. ඒතර items 3000ක් තියෙනවා. දවස් 300ක් වැඩ කරනවා නම් දවසකට item 10ක් count කරන්න ඕන එක cycle එකක් යන්න. පිහිටමු මේකම අපි ඒතර මේක by item. cycle count එක කරන්නේ by item. අපි හිතමු warehouse එකේ locations 3000ක් තියෙනවා. locations. මේ එක location එක items දෙක තුනක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපි බලනවා මේ locations 3000න් හැම location එකක්ම දවස් 300ක් වැඩ කරනවා නම් හැම location එකක්ම එකපාරක් count වෙන්න දවස් 300ෙන් බෙදුවාම locations 10ක් count වෙන්න ඕන. locations 10ක් count වෙන්න ඕන. cycle count එක කරන්න පුළුවන් by location also. by location කළොත් ඒ item එකේ ඒ location එකේ items පහක් තියෙනවා නම් items පහම count වෙන්නත් ඕන. ඒතර මේ location එක අපි freeze කරනවා cycle count එක ඉවර වෙනකම්. මෙතෙන්දී item එක freeze කරනවා. transactions smooth කරන්න බෑ. ඒ cycle count එක ඉවරුනාම තමයි transactions කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේක කරන්න කොහොමද technological support එක ගන්නෙ? අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා generate කරනවා counting sheet එක. නැත්නම් මොකක් හරි ඕන නමක් කියන්න පුළුවන්. counting sheet. මේ counting sheet එකේ තියෙනවා so item number එක, item number, location, item number එක 010102 and location B C 10. ඊළඟට quantity එක. හැබැයි මේ counting sheet එකේ නැහැ system එකේ තියෙන quantity එක මේකේ print වෙන්නේ නැහැ. quantity column එක blank. එතකොට count කරන එක්කෙනාට මේක දුන්නාම එයා ගිහිල්ලා count කරලා ඒ column එකේ ඒ cage එක පුරවගෙන එන්න ඕන. මේ item එකේ physically count කරාම 250ක් තියෙනවා කියලා එයා 250 ලියාගෙන එනවා. 250 ලියාගෙන ආවම ඊළඟ counting හැන්ඩල් කරන එක්කෙනා ආපහු සිස්ටම් එකට ගිහිල්ලා මේ කවුන්ට් එකට මේක ෆීඩ් කරනවා මේ අයිටම් එකේ 250ක් තියෙනවා කියලා. 250 තියෙනවා නම් හරිනම් මෙතන සිස්ටම් බැලන්ස් උත් 250යි මෙතන සිස්ටම් එකේ ඉන්ඩිකේෂන් එක අනුව ඔන්න වේරියන්ස් එක වැටෙනවා 0 කියලා. වේරියන්ස් එක 0. ඒ කියන්නේ කවුන්ටින් එක හරි. අපි හිතමු තව අයිටම් එකක් තියෙනවා 300ක් කවුන්ට් කරගෙන ආවා 300 ෆීඩ් කරාම වේරියන්ස් එක -10 එනවා. -10. ඒ කියන්නේ 10ක් අඩුයි. අන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක්. එතකොට පළවෙනි දේ තමයි කරන්න ඕන ආපහු ගියවන්න ඕන වෙන කෙනෙක්ව මේක කවුන්ට් කරගෙන ඉන්න කියලා. සමහරක් වෙලාවට පළවෙනි කෙනා කවුන්ට් එක වැඩි දෙවෙනි එක්කෙනා කවුන්ට් කරගෙන ආම ඒක 310යි සිස්ටම් එක බැලන්ස්. හැබැයි දෙවෙනි කෙනා කවුන්ට් කළා 300යි නම් ඊළඟට බලන්න ඕන ට්‍රාන්සැක්ෂන්ස් මොනවා හරි ට්‍රාන්සැක්ෂන් එකක් වෙලා නැද්ද පෝස්ටින් එකක් වෙලා නැද්ද එහෙම වෙලා තියෙනවනේ ඒක කරන්න ඕන. එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ඇත්තටම වේරියන්ස් එකක් නම් වේරියන්ස් රිපෝට් එකක් දාලා මේක බැලන්ස් එක 0 වෙන විදිහට 300 කරන්න ඕන සිස්ටම් බැලන්ස් එක. ඒකට හැබැයි නිකම් බෑ. You have to get the financial controller up to the financial controller, sometimes even up to the managing director, you have to go and take the approval to adjust the stock balance. මෙන්න මෙතෙන්දි තමයි සයිකල් ගාන වැඩි වෙන්න ඕන. අපි 4 cycles වලට ගියා නම් ඒ items අවුරුද්දකට 4 පාරක් කවුන්ට් වෙනවා. එතකොට අපි ගිය පාර කවුන්ට් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මාසෙකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා නම් ඒ මාසේ එදා ඉඳලා අද වෙනකන් ට්‍රාන්සැක්ෂන්ස් චෙක් කරාම ඇති ડોකියුමන්ටේෂන් එරර් එකක් වෙලා තියෙනවද කියලා බලන්න. ට්‍රාන්සැක්ෂන් එරර් එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් මාස දෙක තුනක් පල්ලෙහාට යන්න වෙයි. ඒක ටිකක් කරදරයි. ඒකයි සයිකල් කවුන්ට් එකේ සයිකල් ගන්න වැඩි වෙන්න ඕන. වැඩි වෙන එක හැම අයිටම්ස් එකකටම කරන්න බෑ. කැටගරි A අයිටම්ස් වලට කරා නම් හොඳයි. ඒක ඇති. මම කියන එක තේරුණාද? Is it clear? Yes? And did I answer the question? Hello.
No, it's clear, sir.
Okay. So, මේ cycle counting එකට you can't do it properly without the system support. මොකද සිස්ටම් එකේ ට්‍රැක් එකක් තියාගන්න ඕන. මේ දවස් වෙනවා මේ items count කළා. ඒතර හෙටපන් සයිකල් කවුන්ට් එකක් ඉල්ලනකොට කවුන්ට් නොකරපු items වලින් තමයි මට දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒතර සිස්ටම් එක එයා ට්‍රැක් එකක් තියාගන්න ඕන. මේ දවස් වෙනකම් මෙන්න මේ items count කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ items තමයි count කරලා නැත්තේ. ඒතකොට හෙටම කවුන්ට් එකක් ඉල්ලුවොත් items 10කට කවුන්ට් නොකරපු items වලින් දෙන්න ඕන. මොකද එයා ට්‍රැක් එක තියාගෙන හැම item එකක්ම අවුරුද්ද ඇතුළත දෙපාරක් තුන් පාරක් සයිකල් ගන්නට කවුන්ට් වෙන්න ඕන. ඊළඟට සිස්ටම් එකෙන් මට දෙන්න ඕන බැලන්ස් එක නැතුව මම බැලන්ස් කවුන්ට් එක ෆීඩ් කරාම මට සිස්ටම් එකේ මිස්මැච් රිපෝට් එකක් අපි ඒකට කියන්නේ මිස්මැච් රිපෝට් එක වේරියන්ස් එකත් එක්ක එනවා. ඒතකොට අපි ආපහු ගිහිල්ලා ඒක බලලා හොයලා බලලා වේරියන්ස් එක ඇඩ්ජස්ට් කරන්න ඕන. So all these things should be done. So without the system support you can't do it. That is why many people manually cycle counting when you start. If the number of items are very high, අතර මැදදී මේක අනිවාර්යෙන්ම අතහැරලා දානවා. මොකද අනිත් වැඩත් එක්ක ආවම මේක කරන්න බෑ සිස්ටම් එකක් නැතුව. You can't keep the track also. So therefore you need to have the technology support, system support to manage with this kind of accuracies the warehouses and inventories. Then you have cloud computing in supply chain management. When it is in the cloud, you are managing the systems in the cloud, databases in the clouds, wherever you are, any part of the world, that is the advantage. Or anybody, if you have given authority, maybe your customer is in the United States and they can enter into your system, but with your permission. The system can be then accessible will be there from any part of the world. And you will get the real-time collaboration. Infrastructure cost will be reduced because not like other systems, you don't have to manage servers. So it will be in the cloud. And scalability, flexibility, and also with the proper systems, you'll be able to enhance data security as well. But that is one of the critical factors in today's context. Even in warehouse security, you have to make extra efforts today to manage the systems with the required level of authority, required level of security. Not only the system, not only your data, even your systems. It is very critical today because there are a lot of threats, not only viruses and phishing and all these things. There are cyber attacks as well. So cyber security, preventing systems and data from cyber threats, it is a requirement today. And you can couple some of the Industry 4.0 features to the systems when you have good technology, like Internet of Things, sensors, alerts, along with AI. Now, system එකක් තිබිලා වැඩක් නැහැ. item එකක් issue කරාම මම ඒකේ reorder level එකට ආවම order කරන්න ඕන කියලා මම ඔළුවේ තියාගෙන මම track කරගෙන මට වෙන කිසි වැඩක් කරන්න බෑ. මම්ම කරනවා නම් ඒ system එකෙන් වැඩක් නැහැ. මට ගෙදර ගිහිල්ලා නිදාසේ ඉන්නත් බෑ. But when you have the system properly developed, system එක තමයි ඒ ටික මට කරලා දෙන්න ඕන. ඒට ඔෆිස් එකට ගියාම ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ වැටෙන්න ඕන මෙන්න මේ items පහ pre-order level එකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. Should I run the MRP and create the purchase orders කියලා system එක මගෙන් අහන්න ඕන. ඒතර system එකට මම බටන් එකක් press කරලා කියනවා yes go ahead. ඒතර system එක තමයි MRP බලලා on order quantity බලලා තියෙන quantity එක බලලා මෙන්න මෙච්චරක් order කරන්න කියලා purchase order එකත් create කරනවා මට approve කරලා supply එට යවන්න. That part may be the limited access is given to that part for the purchasing or procurement. But they will be doing it that way, not tracking manually. System tracking තියෙන්න that is the real-time monitoring. It is a must. And whatever the asset tracking, then predictive maintenance in terms of maintenance and improved operational efficiencies, all these are possible. The predictive maintenance and preventive maintenance, that is your facility maintenance, your equipment and vehicle maintenance, all these things should be coupled with the system. So you have to have the maintenance management system as well in your basically system. You have to have the maintenance management system as well. Then a lot of areas in today's context, you will be able to have AI and machine learning. So with AI, you have traditional systems at the same time, technology, maybe demand forecasting, whatever the way, maybe weighted average running or exponential smoothing or correlation, whatever it is, regression analysis, all these forecasting systems may be there with seasonal effects or without seasonal effect, seasonal factoring. So all these things are there in the traditional forecasting systems as well. But with AI, it is further enhanced to real situations. And also some analysis. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ මේ මාසේ මේ item එක මෙච්චරක් consume වුණා. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ මේ මාසේ මේ item එක ගත්තේ මේ supplier එකෙන්. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ මේ මාසේ මේ item එකේ average price එක මේක. But this month, this time, average price is this much. Quantity requirement is this much. These are the suppliers. And ඒ වගේ your spent එක, අපි කියනවා spent analysis or spend analysis. Whenever you are ordering, the system will be able to run a spend analysis and give you some more information. එතකොට maybe last 5 years spend analysis එක. Item එක බැලුවාම this time we are going to order $50,000 worth of goods. මං කියනවා මට පහුගිය අවුරුදු 5 spend analysis එක දෙන්න කියලා. The system will give you the spend analysis for the last 5 years. These are the suppliers, these are the prices, these are the markets, and these are the new developments. And you will be able to then negotiate with the suppliers further with real data and bring the benefit to the organization. So ගොඩක් systems වල even those days when we work in spend analysis වගේවා අපි theory ඉගෙනගෙන තිබුණාට practically data capture තිබුණ නැහැ. But today's SAP, you can get space. I believe some of you maybe are in the procurement department, maybe with SAP kind of tools. You must be having spend analysis. Can somebody highlight if you have? Anybody?
Sorry, sir, could you please repeat?
Now, if you are working with SAP kind of systems, if you are working in procurement, will you be able to get the spend analysis for the last 5 years kind of a time frame for a
Yes,
particular item?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you please highlight and how you are using those facilities in the systems?
I am not using SAP, but I am using another system.
Any system, any ERP, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can give time period for the
Yeah.
items.
Yes, of course.
Then we can generate a report with the quantity we purchased and cost we paid. So then after that we can suppose I am dealing as I'm dealing with electrical sector, I want to take a spend analysis of a copper bus. Then I filter the details of a copper bus.
Yes.
Based on that, I can collapse data into yes, I want. If I want 2023 to 2026, I can filter those data.
Right. So then you will be able to negotiate with the suppliers and or look for new suppliers or where to spend and with the saving then. You
Yes.
are optimizing the organizational funds then to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the value for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these things are possible today because of the technology. ඉස්සර මේවා manually කරන්න ගියාම Excel sheet පෙරලාගෙන අරේ මේ it takes consumes a lot of time and at the same time you are making a lot of mistakes. But today, even though you don't have sometimes systems, and if you have the access and if you know how to use AI, still you will be able to get similar kind of information and lot of analysis done through AI. That is why AI is coming handy, and there are some, SAP kind of organization, they are now planning to incorporate AI into their systems as well. So predictive analysis, automated decision making, and right risk identification and risk analysis. You will be able to expedite this kind of analysis with AI and with this ERP solutions that you are having today. So the big data analytics is another thing coming from a special application. Why big data? Because you are storing very large amount of data in data warehousing, larger servers. So you should have a mechanism to retrieve this data, analyze this data, and use in daily decision-making process. So data mining and data warehousing and data mining and data analysis with analytics, it should be possible to retrieve this data, process data, and use process data for decision making. Just give me 1 minute, getting a call again. So big data analytics is a tool developed specifically to handle large amount of data, the larger set of trillions and trillions of gigabytes of data. You can store in a particular format and retrieve very fast, analyzed and use for decision making. And it enhances basically a lot of insights, and especially for planning, when it comes to from strategic level planning to operational planning, big data analytics is very useful, and it is used by many organizations today to see the insights and make decisions accordingly. Then you have other technologies like when it comes to fund transferring and all, blockchain technology. Transparency is there. Transactions are secured because you will not be able to alter the transactions, although it is decentralized, and transactions are well secured. Also, the traceability is there. Automatically, fraud will be reduced. Also, on the other side, the trust between the stakeholders parties will be increased. So you can see some of the benefits of big data analytics and blockchain technology in terms of IT developments. So therefore, you will have increased efficiency thanks to IT, lot of cost reduction initiatives and opportunities, and also because of the real-time enhancements, faster response time and faster the activation times. Quality levels and quality control improvements are there, and you can use a lot of now in quality control. If you are using techniques like control charts, so all these things can be brought to the dashboards, and dashboard control will be there enhanced, and with the dashboard control you'll be able to solve problems faster and enhance efficiencies. And you must have implemented that kind of technologies in your production flows today. When the dashboards are implemented, production supervisors, they are taking their pocket meetings, the production meetings, all these things in front of the dashboard, because you can extract and convert it to graphs or whatever the forms that the form that people understand, and conduct the meetings very effectively. Now these things, when you can train people. I have seen people, those who have not even studied up to O level, the supervisors in the garment industry, they go to the dashboard, they get real data, conduct meetings in terms of production and all these areas very effectively. And they are conducting sometimes 3-4 meetings every day in the production lines. When the efficiency is dropped, they can call a meeting. Okay, last hour efficiency is dropped. We have to produce 200 units. We have produced only 180. Next hour we have to catch up. We have to do 220 units more. This is how. Now go and work. Like that, I have seen people working with dashboards every day with real-time data. මේගොල්ලන්ට ඉස්සෙල්ල මේ වගේ මීටින් එකක් තියන්න ඕන නම් ඒගොල්ලෝ ලියා ගන්න ඕන, අත්වල ලියාගෙන පොත්වල ලියාගෙන ඇවිල්ලා ඒව තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. දැන් ඒ මුකුත් නැහැ, data capturing එක වෙනම යනවා. dashboard එකේ real time data ටික තියෙනවා. අවශ්‍ය meeting එක ගන්න පුළුවන් effectively. Even operation meetings are taken today with the support of dashboard. Dashboard support is very important. So you can see implementing these kind of IT systems from zero point of all. It is not that easier. Then one of the engineers who implemented automation in the garment industry in one of the factories told me a story they have improved the efficiency by 20 to 30% by automating, not 100%. Then normally in a sewing machine, අර පැඩල් එක පෑගුවාම තමයි මෝටරේ වැඩ කරන්නේ. මෝටරේට කනෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක තමයි ස්විච් එක. ප්‍රෙෂර් පැඩල් එක. පැඩල් එක පෑගුවාම තමයි මෝටරේ වැඩ කරන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඉන්දිකට්ටර් ඉහළ පහළ යනකොට යන්නේ පෑගුවාම. Then with the new system, they have installed sensors. අපි රෙදිකෑලි කොම්පොනන්ට්ස් ටික ඉන්දිකට්ටර් ළඟට ගේනකොට ඉන්දිකට්ටර් ඉහළ පහළ යනවා. පා ගන්න ඕන නැහැ. මේම ඉන්දිකට්ටර් ළඟට අපි නීඩල් එක ළඟට ගේනකොට it sensors and the needle is working now. පාගන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. දැන් මේ ළමයින්ව පුරුදු වෙලා තින්නේ අවුරුදු 10ක් 15ක් පාගලානේ. දැන් මේක දුන්නාම මේ ළමයි යනවා මොනවද පාගන්නේ කියලා. පාගන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා අහනවා. ඒ පාර ටිකක් පොඩි wooden desk බංකුවක් හදලා දුන්නා දැන් ওই බංකුව පාගන්න කියලා. හැබැයි අලුතෙන් එන ඔපරේටර්ස්ලාට ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙවෙයි. ඒගොල්ලන්ව ට්‍රේන් කරන්නේම ඔටෝමේෂන් සිස්ටම් එකට. එතකොට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට efficiency එකත් වැඩි. මේ වගේ behavioral tech challenges තියෙනවා. දැන් සමහරක් වෙලාවට age එකත් එක්ක එන issues, ඒ වගේ behavioral challenges, positive and negative. So the cost එක initially maybe capital cost, maybe high capital cost. So a lot of things are basically IoTs with cyber security and cyber systems and all. Then cyber security risk will be there. Also, employee training requirements are there. Employee training should be there to a great extent. So all the employees should be trained in all the areas. And system integration issues, sometimes interfaces are in a, and in certain cases, there will be some data security, data privacy and data security challenges as well. So these are challenges that you will be getting totally new because of the new implementations. You can see these kind of world-class organizations, Amazon, AI-driven inventory and logistics, Walmart, RFID-based inventory tracking, DHL, IoTs and predictive analysis, FedEx, real-time shipment tracking. Some world-class organizations where they have implemented these kind of technologies. The future trends, autonomous vehicles and drones in the future. Not only vehicles. Drones will be coming to your warehouse to deliver some items. Very soon that will happen. So you will have traffic not on the road then. You'll have traffic in the sky. Drones are coming in a queue. Where do you park them? Those are new challenges. Maybe you will have a rooftop. All the drones are parked till you get them to the loading bay. Or you'll have make different arrangements you'll have to make for drones loading bays. And so many AI applications, digital twins, robotics and automation. And at the same time, sustainability is a big issue. So you need to focus on those areas as well. So some key takeaways essential for modern supply chain management: improves visibility, efficiency, and collaboration. You have to have then technologies like AI, IoT, cloud computing, blockchain, all these things are very important. And there'll be many more technologies developed in the future. Advanced IT solutions. And the issue is who will be going first to implement these kind of technologies and get the competitive advantage. That is the challenge that you have in your organizations. Who will be going first? And that should be that decision should be made very carefully, because at the moment for implementation of some of these things, it costs a lot of money. So your working capital will be increased sometimes, and your capital expenditure will be increased. So you have to have a balance. Otherwise, if you like one of the organizations, Johnson & Johnson Philippines, there was a very technology savvy managing director. He spent a lot of money on automation and other things. Finally, all his profits eroded to depreciation. Profit part එක ඔක්කොම depreciation එක අන්තිමට company was making a loss, making losses. That cannot be happen. That can't happen. That can't happen for your organization just because you are implementing technology. That is why you have to have a balanced situation. එහෙම වුණොත් වෙන්නේ ලංකාවට වෙච්ච දේ. මොකද අපි එක එක දේවල්ට ණය අරගෙන අන්තිමට ජීවත් වෙන්න සල්ලි නැහැ. ඒ තත්ත්වෙට එන්න බෑ. So therefore, in terms of role of IT in supply chain management, a very broad area, very in broader sense, this is what I can say. Any questions from this area? Any questions, please? Okay. Let me open one more thing. There are so many YouTubes you can watch later. One of the other things I would like to highlight will be, just give me a second. It is not the one. Okay. Role of IT. Okay, AI in supply chain management. I will share these presentations. Give me a second, please. So, AI in supply chains. So you'll have AI, the advantages. AI is totally new still. At maturity, 23% profitability increases if you use AI properly, as per the estimates. Accenture kind of organizations, the 4PLs, fourth party logistics organizations, where they are managing the supply chain operations of various companies. In Sri Lanka also we had Accenture operation, a joint venture with Brandex, but due to various reasons they pulled out. Now Accenture is there, not Accenture. Brandex is running the same concept. They started the joint venture, only Accenture operation in Sri Lanka, but they have pulled out now. But Accenture says they guarantee about 23% profitability with AI. So supply chains consistently, so will be outperforming compared to their peers. Profitability will increase. 94% adoption intent. Supply chain organizations, if they deploy AI or generate AI for decision support within next 2 years. Logistics lead adoption of AI tools, about 72% of employees already leveraging these systems in their daily workflows. Then competitive mode, then early adopters like building compounding data advantages to make it increasingly difficult for latecomers to close the efficiency gaps. But with AI, a lot of developments. Dynamic demand forecasting, this is one of the areas that AI will really come handy with real-time data. Moving beyond the legacy systems, AI models, basically working with real-time, capture seasonal patterns correctly. Then අපි seasonal factors, regression analysis එක නම factor කරනවා. But with AI, those capturing will be with the real-time analysis, real-time data analysis. Market sentiment is there. it will be more accurate. And considerations for weather and economic shifts, downturns, stockouts will be reduced by about 30%, and you will be able to get the dashboard then. Procurement dashboard, you can see total spend like this, open orders this much. So this is the kind of scenario that you will be running your organizations with dashboards. Your meetings will be totally held with the support of that dashboards. So these are the things that you can have a target now itself by at least in 2 years' time, or in 1 year's time. 2 years will be too long actually. You will have your data. Warehouse intelligence, autonomous operations, robotic operations, autonomous, 35% increase in picker accuracy, productivity. The human errors are eliminated, and dynamic slotting when goods are received. Slotting will be done faster, very dynamic. You don't have to depend on people. Now, this is one of the issues with warehouses. People dependency is very high sometimes. Mr. X ආවේ නැත්තම් වැඩට බඩු ටික තියෙන තැන දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ මනුස්සයා කෝල් වලට ආන්සර් කරේ නැත්තම් බඩු ටික හොයාගන්න බෑ. පහුවෙන්ද වැඩට එනකම්ම බඩු ටික ඉෂු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. People dependency, I have seen some organizations, unbelievable. ඒක ඒ මිනිස්සු ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් කරගෙන ඒ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ වැලියු එක පෙන්නන්න. Now with these tools, people dependency will be zero. මිනිස්සු ඕනෙම නැහැ. But I don't have time to show you. There are so many YouTube cases. And quantifying the logistics success. Logistics cost reduction 20%, inventory reduction 30%, procurement savings 15%. So these are reports coming from McKinsey. AI-enabled distribution operations. Then why not? And core technology, machine learning, computer visibility, vision, edge computing, real-time, historical data. So all these are basically quite easier, become handy when it comes to AI. Then supply risk and resilience, another area that you will be able to analyze. Geopolitical monitoring, automated contingencies, and supplier evaluation scores, financial and performance data of the supplier, vendor, and end-to-end visibility at the end of the day with the broken down silos. End-to-end visibility in terms of raw material production and distribution, delivery, everything. So the global AI usages in supply chain management area will be resulting in market growth. It can be the projected revenue in USD billions. Totally, it will be about 37.3% kind of a range then. So you can develop your own roadmap implementation, what is it, based on the strategy and the integration. You have your pilot run and you can decide your own implementation. Also, AI-enabled supply chain management. It can be forecasting, response time, visibility. You can have basically AI-enabled supply chain systems, which is dynamic, proactive, end-to-end visibility with automators, data-driven support. So please go through this again. There are connected videos. A lot of YouTube videos are connected. You should be able to invest some time here then. Any questions from both areas?
So what would be the human activities? Now this is replacing. So as a country or as a world, those people who are replaced by AI, what will they do?
It is like this. If you go through your lifespan, definitely what you say is right and it is seen. Now, we were doing a lot of manual work by 70s. If you see the banking sector, we were waiting in the queues to withdraw money or to deposit money. What has happened with the automation? Now your talent is used by the bank to deposit money for them. You go to or you open your account app in your phone and you do all the transactions, or you go to ATM and you do all the transactions. You never visit now the cashier. So that is the level of transformation taking place from 70s to today. And it is with AI, it will be further enhanced. But what has happened? The people in the bank has been reduced now. Those days, for manual work, there were a lot of people working inside the bank. Today, the number of people inside the bank is becoming less and less and less. More work will be done by the customers. The more banking, earlier the work which was done by the bank officers are done by us today as customers. That is the transportation. But on the other side, so the manual work, non-value adding work have been eliminated and reduced. At the same time, who is developing these systems? Who is producing hardware? You need to have ATM machines and various other systems. So on the other side, value-adding jobs and value creation by human beings have been increased. So you need people in those fronts. Instead of non-value adding, you need people on those fronts. So therefore, marginally, almost the same amount of jobs are created, but the more jobs will be done by value-adding jobs will be done by the employees rather than non-value-adding jobs. And that is how I see it. And today, those days, none of the universities in 70s, I mean, only very few universities in the world were producing IT guys. But today, America alone, US alone, there are 4,780 universities producing IT guys. Even in Sri Lanka, almost all the 17 government universities and another about 40 private universities are producing IT graduates. Today, I got 2 applications from SLIT students. අනේ මට implant training තරක් හොයලා දෙන්න කියලා. ඒ වගේ every year today more than 5,000 undergraduates are coming to the market with lot of qualifications. Like ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහේ හරි jobs තියනවා, value adding jobs. Because all the areas are enhancing in terms of value adding. Robotic operations එක manual operation එක නැති වෙනවා, but you have to develop robotic systems, you have to produce robots. In those fronts, jobs are increased. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. That which means transferring one job category to some other value-adding job category, like that.
Yeah, it is from at
kind
least
of.
from actually non-value adding to value adding.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
And sir, there
So
is
one of the things which is not happening in the country is our education system is not changing in the same speed. That is the issue
Yeah, it should
we
be.
have in Sri Lanka.
It
So
should
we
be,
should
sir,
understand
that
how many professionals every year, the requirements, and how many professionals we should be producing, combine all the universities. ඒ වගේ plan එකක්, master plan එකක් ආණ්ඩුවටත් නැහැ, මිනිස්සුන්ටත් නැහැ. මේක තමයි අපිට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ. මගේ personal view එක. Simple system එකක් නැහැ අපිට එහෙම. දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදියට 2027 grade 1 වලට ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් ඇඩ්මිට් වෙනවද කියලා ලංකාවේ එක එක පළාත්වල අපි ඩොට් එකට කියන්න පුළුවන් නේ. 2027 ඇඩ්මිට් වෙන්නේ 2022 වගේ ඉපදිච්ච ළමයි අවුරුදු 5ක ඉන්නේ 2027 ඉස්කෝලේ යන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඒ ළමයින්ට ඉස්කෝල කීයක් ඕනද, කොච්චර ළමයි grade 1 වලට ඇඩ්මිෂන්ස් ගන්නවද කියලා අපි දන්නවනේ. ඒතකොට ඒ ඉස්කෝලවල ඒ පන්ති කාමරවල ඒ පුටු ගාන, ඒ ටීචර්ස්ලා ගාන හදන්න පුළුවන් නේ. අවුරුදු 5කට ඉස්සෙල්ලා ප්ලෑන් කරා නම් එහෙම එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ අපේ රටේ තාම. Simple as that. I don't know whether I confused you all.
No, no,
And
it's correct, sir. It should be done. I mean, they are not thinking about what should they should forecast what is requirement for future.
ඒක මේ මහ ලොකු AI ඕනේ නැහැ නේ ඒ ෆෝකාස්ට් එකට. ඉස්පිරිතාල වල
ඒක
තියෙනවනේ 2022 ළමයි කී දෙනෙක් ඉපදුනාද කියලා. ඒක හෙල්ත් මිනිස්ට්‍රි එකෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඒ වගේම O level වලට කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද A level වලට කී දෙනෙක් යනවද කී දෙනෙක් අන්තිමට O level නොකර මාකට් එකට එනවද A level නොකර මාකට් එකට එනවද A level ෆේල් වෙලා මාකට් එකට එනවද A level පාස් වෙලා යුනිවර්සිටි යන්න බැරුව මාකට් එකට එනවද ඒ හැම ඩේටා එකක්ම තියෙනවා එකම දේ අපිට එතනින් එහාට ප්ලෑන් එකක් නැහැ ආපහු ඉතින් ඉන්සර්ජන්සි එකක් විප්ලවයක් එන්න ඕන මේ ජනගහනය අඩු කරන්න
But sir,
very
in
pathetic in terms. Yes, yes,
in
please.
this year and last year, each school has less admissions than previous years due to COVID and economic crisis. I think it is same for the next years also. All hospitals are telling that their birth rates are rapidly declined.
Declining, right?
Yeah.
How do you get this information?
Actually, these informations are given by health sector, Ministry of. I saw some
Yeah,
news.
that is why I said all the information they are there, but information is fragmented
Yeah.
in islands. health sector එකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ information තියෙනවා. education එකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ information තියෙනවා. මේ දෙගොල්ලෝ එකතු වෙලා ඒ information අරගෙන common plan එකක් හදන එක තමයි වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ.
Yeah, we were not using statics for strategic planning.
Yeah. That is why the AI, one of the critical advantages is you should be able to use and big data analytics kind of tools to make the strategic plans. ඒක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. 5-year
And
plan
sir-
එකක් හදන්න තිබුණා ලස්සනට.
And sir, today they released O-level results.
Okay.
I don't know, but previously they declared that for the first time I heard they are releasing, they are giving presentation according to this district wise. This time that highest qualified students has been produced by Southern Province for the A-level. It is 75%.
මෙහෙමයි. Throughout the last years, highest number of pass rates are from Southern Province. Percentage විදියට Southern Province තමයි මේ අවුරුදු ගාණක් ඉඳන් මේක යන්නේ. If you analyze the past, even in the past, I think last 3-4 years, Southern Province was producing the highest pass rates.
Not Gampaha, Colombo.
No. In terms of certain schools and areas, by schools, if you take Gampaha, Colombo, Ratnavali, or a few schools, Ananda Royal and Horana Takshila kind of, Maliya Deva Ratnapura, ඒ වගේ schools ටිකක් වෙනම තියෙනවා. But in terms of provinces, I think Southern Province was heading. Okay, then thank you so much. So much. It's a lively discussion and I like it. And thank you so much for motivating me as well. So we'll close the session here today then. All the best. I will share this presentation with then Asari, then you will be getting it. All the best. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Welcome. Bye.